So recently, Matt and I were speaking, and we both come to the conclusion that we don't show you legends enough of the vehicles. I mean, yeah, we put pictures online, or we do like some B-roll videos here and there, but we never really go into any depth. So without further ado, welcome to the new CGG / Top Gear from Wish / car review bonanza. Kapow! Let's take an in-depth look around this Land Rover Defender, shall we? Right, so first things first, it's got a set of wheels, massive black ones. They're good for rolling and going round. Yeah. Something that does make this particular model really stand out from other models is it's got the adventure pack. Now what does that mean? I'll tell you exactly what it means. It's got some sidebars that you can step up in and out of, and watch me step on these. Wow, they really work. It's also got a big light bar on the front. It's got a little safe box on the driver's rear side, and on this side here, it's got a little ladder. Now I don't think biologically it's the car's actual ladder. I don't think it was birthed into the family. I think it's more of a step ladder, but either way, it pulls down, you can climb up and get on top. Why? No idea. Why do you want to stand on top of the car? I've got no idea, but it's there in case you want to do it anyway. Now, in terms of inside the vehicle, it's packed with mod cons, such as a gear lever, reverse, neutral and drive. And if you flick it to the left, it's got a little S mode, which I was hoping stood for sport, but in reality I think it stands for semi-auto, because you can just flick it forward and backward yourself through the gears. But hey, it's cool to do. It's got a steering wheel with buttons on that I don't know what they do, because I haven't drove the car for that long. And to be totally honest with you, I don't care. I just like to get in a car and I like to drive. It's got these things. I don't know what they are. I'm a BMW lover, so and we don't normally have these in there, so I don't know what they do. It's got an entertainment system that is absolutely spot on, to be fair. It's really responsive. It looks the bee's knees, and it's just the right size, I'd say. Which I reckon it's probably about 4 inches high, which is, ladies, would you say that was about the right size for a entertainment screen? It's also got a shed load of storage. I don't know what this is for here, look, because you can, as you can see, I can put my arm through and it comes out, but maybe you can just like drop some change down there, your phone or whatever. Big bottles of water maybe, that'd be a great shout. Smaller bottles of water in these two here. Phone there. Here, I don't know, you can fit a whole small civilization in there. It's absolutely massive. It's got good pockets in the door cards. I feel like that guy out of car wow, actually. I should have brought a litre bottle of water with me, shouldn't I? Start putting it in the door cards and stuff. And yeah, apart from that, it's pretty much it. It's a nice simple design. There is a load of buttons around here. It resembles some sort of airplane cockpit that I don't know what half of them do, but I don't mind. It's got little catches and levers everywhere, charging points. Hopefully that's enough information to keep you happy. And Land Rover, if you are watching, yeah, I'll take a job because I know everything about these vehicles now. Now, I am not a small man. I am a lanky streak of wee-wee. However, look at this. I've got sufficient leg room in there, and that seat is set to me, so it's probably all the way back as it can go, to be honest. Good headroom. Yeah, perfect. You don't feel cramped. There's a lot of room in the back. And if it's just you and your missus in the front, or you and your boyfriend, whatever, it's 2025, I don't care. Just you and your partner in the front, and a couple of kids in the back. It's absolutely perfect. I honestly think that we could probably get 3 adults in here, and it wouldn't be crammed. I think you'd have a decent amount of room each. Another point to quickly mention is the materials. It's mainly leather. About 80% of the seating and everything else is like 80% leather. And then you get this cool, like, rough, ruggedy, you can hear that sort of scratch resistant material in it. And like I say, it is a working vehicle, it's an agricultural vehicle. So that sort of thing, I don't know, it really fits in place for me. Oh, child lock, can't get out. I'll just get out of this side. And now we approach what is quite frankly my favourite part about anything in life, the rear end. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Oh, who's done this? Now, as you can see, even when the back seats are up, there is ample room in the boot area. Enough room for all your fancy crisps and chocolates and wonderful things like that. Only joking, Ali, I love you. So now you've seen all the little nooks and crannies, you know, all the little ins and outs. How about we get the action cam slapped on the windscreen and we take this big girl out for a spin on the open road. Yeehaw! Yeehaw. It's not a horse. Jesus Christ. Now, upon first impressions, you might notice it's tall, it's handsome, it's rugged, it's got a real strong presence about it, and it will definitely last a very, very long time. However, that's enough about me. Let's talk more about this Land Rover Defender. Now, one thing that I have noticed is from the outside, although it's now a little bit more rounded on the edges than previous models, it does still look like it's there to serve a purpose. And I don't just mean get you from A to B, it is made to do a job. And that tells on the inside too. I mean, there's bolts and rivets all along the door cards, there's hard furnishings here, there and everywhere. However, at the same time, there's a real huge sense of luxury. And now, I'd even go as far to say that this whole setup here would not look out of place inside a Range Rover Sport. It's just beautiful. The one word to describe this car inside and out is beautiful. A bit like me. Something else that's definitely worth mentioning is the fuel consumption, as I'm sure that's something that's on high priority on everyone's list when they get a new car. Now, I'm currently sat at 75 miles an hour on the motorway, and right now it's reading I'm getting 42 miles to the gallon. Now, I don't know about you, but this vehicle probably weighs about 2.5 tonne, big old diesel thing. I don't think that's bad at all. I feel like that is really good economy for a vehicle of this size. Something else that's fantastic about this Defender is the ride height. You're not massively high up, but you do get a real sense of like dominative presence. You do feel like you're king of the road. As people pass you, you literally look down on them like brokies. Look at these wages down there. But having said that, although you are up quite high and it is a very heavy vehicle, it doesn't handle like you'd expect. There's no rolling as you turn into corners. It doesn't handle like a barge or a river boat or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, it's not like you sat on the floor in a Lotus Elise. Like, it's definitely got its limits. But you do feel confident going into every corner and it just grips the road. Right, I'm going to hold my hands up. I admit, when these first came out, these shape, I absolutely hated them. I thought they were ugly. I thought that Land Rover had really sold themselves out by changing it like this after so many years of the old Land Rover Defender that we all know and love had dominated. And I thought, it's too round, it's too soft. It almost felt too tame compared to the older models. And now over the years, the more I've seen them, the more they grow on me. And maybe that's just because as the years went by, there was more and more of them on the road and I just got used to them. But until I actually sat in this one, and drove it and had time to actually walk around it slowly and appreciate its beauty and see how it drives, I will admit I was totally wrong. They're absolutely unreal. And now I know this is technically a bit of an ad, right, because this is sort of gone right now, but I'm telling you now, I would not blow so much smoke up this car's arse if I didn't truly mean it. It's phenomenal. Honestly, it's just a pleasure to drive. It's a pleasure to look at, especially this one. That matte black wrap on it stands, although it's such a colour, matte black, this stands out so much on the road. It's a real head turner. Everybody looks at it when he drives past them. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I suppose that's just down to your personal preference, isn't it? But if you're a single man and you're struggling to find a lady, try and win this car, because I'm telling you now, it's an absolute pussy magnet. Now, I'll tell you another super handy key feature about this car. It's got electronic suspension. Now what I mean by that is you can raise it up and lower it down, the front and rear. So when you've got the back door open and you're loading your fishing gear in, when you're picking up your heavy holders or you're trying to get your barrow in and stuff, you can literally press a button on the back of the car and it will slowly lower the back end down for you, so it's at a more manageable height and you can get things in a lot easier. Now performance wise, I think this vehicle, off the top of my head, I think it's got about 180 brake horsepower, which isn't bad. 0 to 60, I have no idea. I tried to measure it once and I fell asleep because it took that long. No, I'm just kidding, obviously. I haven't measured that. But that sort of performance aspect, I don't think matters when you're in this. Like I've mentioned already, it's got a luxury feel. It's beautiful to drive. And you don't want to drive fast in this, you want to appreciate what you're in and you want to take in what's going on around you. Nothing about this vehicle makes me want to race or drive fast. Not that you should do that anyway, because it's definitely illegal. But it just makes you, I think it makes you appreciate your surroundings more. And you just appreciate the whole experience of driving again. I'm someone that I drive a lot. Like, I live in Birmingham, obviously, and we're based in Norfolk, so that's a 3-hour drive already, and I do that a couple of times a week or whatever, driving around doing this, that and the other, and sometimes I get so sick of driving. I'm sure you can all resonate with that. I'm sure a lot of you get sick of driving sometimes, but every time I jump into this, I just really enjoy it again. I just feel like this isn't even like the car enthusiast in me talking. This is just talking from a driving point of view. When I get in this vehicle, I'm just happy. I'm happy to be on the road. If I'm sat in traffic, I don't mind. If I'm driving down the motorway, I don't mind. Country lanes, absolutely loving it. I really don't care. The whole experience to me is fun again. And I think that is something that money can't buy. I really do. Right, final conclusions. If I was to take my business cap off and you were to ask me, honestly, should I buy a ticket on this Land Rover Defender and why? I'd have to say yes. I just think it covers all bases. It's almost as if JLR has took the best bits from all of their vehicles and put them all onto this one chassis, and they've built this. Honestly, I don't have the vocabulary or the words to describe just how awesome this car is. I was totally in awe and in love with the BMW M340i, because if anybody knows me, they know I'm a massive BMW fan, and that car was just my absolute wet dream. Now this, don't get me wrong, it's totally different ends of the spectrum. It's not the performance car that I know and love, but it's just perfect. I can't stress enough that it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter if you've got certain hobbies that you need a bigger vehicle for or smaller. This will just do everything you need it to do. And to think that somebody watching this will win this for £30, well, that's just mind-blowing. So yeah, with that being said, if you think this is a bit of you, head over to our site now and go and grab yourself a ticket. You won't regret it, honestly.